We really wanted to take advantage of the market. We realized that we could make a decent amount of money on our old house and sort of trade up into a house that we knew we could grow into, add some square footage, add some other things that we'd like in a new house.
I was worried about finding a home that I loved. And it was really stressful because we did find a home that we loved and they didn't accept our offer. And so it was kind of heartbreaking, like, okay, I already pictured my whole life there, and now what? Now I have to find something else that I like just as much. So that was what I was worried about the most, was just finding something I liked better than my current house. We were really excited when we heard about the buy then sell option because we had always been thinking about buying a new house, but we didn't really want to be forced to try to sell our house and then buy right away. So when we first heard about the buy then sell option, we were all in. We were so excited because we could buy our house and then we could just take our time with looking around, finding a house we really liked, and then worry about selling later on.
And a key point in that was the logistics of moving. We didn't want to go through having to sell our house, then buy a house, having to move everything around to like storage in the middle of that. It's really exciting to be able to move from your home to your new home and not have the pressure of having to do that quickly. And then our knowing with the market how hot it was, you don't have to make any contingent offers. You can make a full price offer, no contingencies, and that's more attractive to sellers, obviously. And then on the back end, it gives you a lot more flexibility. When you're selling your old house, there's unforeseen issues that we actually had. Our buyer of our previous home, they pushed back the close date, and it didn't really bother us because we already were in our home.
What I was worried about the most was just finding something I liked better than my current house. But thankfully, our realtor, Suzanne, found something that we loved, and we walked in and it was even better than the previous house. When we first found this house, we fell in love right away. We loved how open the downstairs was and all the upstairs, how the upstairs had all the bedrooms and the bathrooms. And we just felt like we could see our lives here. So we were really excited.
I think a special thing about the area too is just the Eastmark neighborhood. We actually came and walked around before we ever saw the house and thought it would just be a good spot for us and the kids to play. There's a ton of parks around. The community is very tight. There's a very active Facebook group and you kind of get to know people that way.
My absolute favorite room in this house is the living room because we have full view of the backyard with the big sliding windows, and it's just connected to the kitchen, and it just feels like a house where everyone can come together and have fun.
Really the same for me. I love to cook, so the kitchen with the gas range is beautiful for me. I can see the backyard. Really the backyard is my favorite. It's a blank slate. I'll be able to do whatever I want. I'm starting to put in fruit trees and it'll be a good thing to watch grow. And I think the process of moving is always hard, like trying to imagine your things in another space. Getting those things to that space is always a challenge, but the Klaus team helped out with that. We had a moving truck from them, which made it really easy.
That's really nice.
Communication with the whole team was really great, from Suzanne, our realtor, to the title company, to the lender. Really, I could get a hold of anybody any day, especially Suzanne. Suzanne was awesome. But it was easy via email, via phone, via text. The options were laid out for us from the beginning, and I had no issues reaching anybody with questions. I'd recommend the Klaus team because we had just talked about our fears and our worries, and there really weren't any major ones for me once the process started. The process was explained to us clearly. We knew what we were getting into. I could get a hold of everybody.
And for me too, I felt like there was no dumb questions. We could come with anything under the sun, and no one made us feel dumb for asking, and they gave us really clear-cut answers, and we felt like we were just a part of the process as everyone else, and we had a say, and it was really nice.